Hey everyone, down here from the comic studio over here, and the bad news is the ad pop-ups is back, and we're gonna be totally scammed for very terrible time as well. But there's another bad news that Inanimate Insanity Comic Studio has just moved into the new one as well, and I'm not being absolutely going to be worried about for this time as well. Even that it is that the last time in October, in about 30 days ago, over 30 days ago, it has been deleted as well, and it's never to be found anymore. But since that the data was no longer saved for one purpose, for one thing as well, so we might gotta be restored for some difficulties, and we couldn't able to be for restoring of those things as well. But unfortunately, this comic studio got deleted. For the previous Inanimate Insanity comic studio was being deleted for absolutely one time, and what a failure for this thing as well here. So we're gonna be checking out for the newest Inanimate Insanity. I hopefully that doesn't go to be scammed for getting longer, but there it is. And that's how that is absolutely very easy to get scammed a little bit from the beginning of this as well. So we're turning up some spoilers. We're turning up some spoilers. Spoilers like those things as well. And because of this, the copy of for some sort of like those things. The new link is being in description below. And because sometimes that the old link has just absolutely staying for a little bit of while, for some a little bit of one reason for to do this as well. So because of this only for one very bad purpose, we're gonna be replacing for some link into the new Inanimated Insanity comic studio of those previous video. The last time we already reviewed about this, it was insanely pretty good fun as well. But now this is absolutely starting for alone here from some sort of a thing as well. So, because of some sort of characters as well, that as you can see here, Inanimate Insanity is owned by Animation Epic. Most poses are a lot of those things as well. I'm probably sure that most poses, or like the poses, are either ripped from me or taken from the 2 wiki, like even as possible as well. So, I'm not very sure that things have just going to get very far to get scammed. Unfortunately, I might going to be getting so scammed as hell that is absolutely going to be for multiple of those characters. And more of the characters isn't going to be for one thing as well. The bad news is the older one is absolutely being deleted as hell. The other characters was actually going to be appearing for one of those things as well. Other characters or something as well. They have moved into the new one as well. So I'm probably very sure that we got more characters and pretty itself a lot. So I might gonna be taking for a little bit for those things as well. And because this is absolutely a lot of characters as well, and because due to some sort of a battle for Dream Island is absolutely being for taking for a little bit down for the Inanimate Insanity as well, they just moved into a new one and being repopulated as one. So this is absolutely going to be starting for the assets is only one, and it might absolutely going to be we're moving for the assets and limbs sections to this page. So this will be work in progress for right now, and this is absolutely for some sort of a rules like them as well. And because of these some sort of assets like these, and then let's move on for some props or items and probably effects and background images. So let's just scroll down a little bit because things are just slightly absolutely going to be for scrolling a little bit down. The van is absolutely still right here, and many of those stuff is going to be for over here. So this is absolutely for some sort of a table, and this is going to be for some sort of that's scamming me for the Formula 1 reference and some files like other kinds of the IDs that we got anything as well. But the most unavailable things is the other characters and assets or assets like those things. Next up is the effects, where only some sort of banners and powerful effects like those things, as we could be seeing for this phase, like any ways to do so. And other kinds of things are no longer available for something like this thing as well. So, and finally, the backgrounds, even for this one as well. We might gonna be restoring for one project as well. And I'm gonna be doing for this a little bit alone. But I'm very sure things have just slightly started to get a little bit normal. And things have just, in the old of this comic studio, it was absolutely pretty big. But now, that doesn't even for making for such a sense anymore. That sense is that then as well. We added for some sort of things as well that I have to restore one of their things as fast as possible. Before, I'm not gonna be believing to too late as well, so we're gonna be added one more for those things. Or not things as well that I might going to be try to add many of those stuff as well. The other assets and other kinds of things aren't available for those things as well. Except those things as well, that we have some sort of a jungle or anything that we possibly have as well. Especially includes like anywhere as possible, burning flames, other kinds of things, the PCs, icebergs, any more things as well. Even for some sort of a beach party, as we got anything around the stage. And for some sort of a party stage, we got here for car meets. And for some sort of a hotel that we got anything as well. So, am I gonna be returned for starting to do for some sort of a same thing as we possibly that we're gonna be doing this up next around here. We got the highways and even as possible. So I'm not gonna be doing for some sort of like those things as well. So let's re-add it anywhere that it really was instead of South Asian reference that who absolutely going to got here like anyways. I'll be right back in around for about 15 minutes or 10 minutes time to be added like any more of those some kind of cookie run characters and other kinds of vehicles as well. Turns out things that I have changed for one thing that I just probably that we just turn into something a little bit original as well. So I might going to be for doing something back and for some sort of a secondary as well. This is the third dairy of those things as well, as I might going to be finishing off with those things that later to the end of this video as well. So we got a futuristic room that Aloe Cookie was been here for one thing as well that she ended around here. Sherbet Cookie is looking for food that Adventure Cookie found out that he's might going to be going to get it as well, that he keeps away from it at the time that he just traveled out of time as well and blasted out of the portal and came an incident with the cherry cola cookie as well. Peppermint Cookie being imagined from Sea Fairy Cookie that night as well in the lake. We don't really think that Croissant Cookie has just made for some sort of an accident as well. But things have just teamed up around flying around in time as well. And especially White Lily Cookie has just cried out from the RIP Twig from some sort of one thing as well. So I won't be added for some sort of faces that I wouldn't be able to be ratted away for just one thing. So we just absolutely added for some sort of many more effects of some sort of a time effects around here that we probably doing this or smashing a person as well. So that will really the end of this video for sure. and that could be probably the end of this video like as well. So isn't that is going to be the end of this video for one time? I'm pretty sure that it was as well. So I might get to the end of this video a little bit sooner, but I might going to be taking for a little bit of touch as well. So even it's absolutely going to be ripping up her tears. I'm probably doing this for one time, but I cannot believe this is actually that she was eventually crying for something, or what I just absolutely going to be doing for just she cried for his first drop, or nothing. I'm probably going to be for a little bit sweating as well, or he may just going to cry for a little bit as well, or one thing as well. I'm not going to be taking for too much time for around here. So that will be the end of this video, and that is the whole case of the new Inanimate Insanity comic studio, and it's being replaced for replacement of the popularity about of this thing as well. So we're probably going to be end of this video around here. And of course, this is absolutely finally the end of this video for around here something as well. So if you like to check it out of this comic studio that we just eventually replace, the old link has been defunct as well, being not found anymore, because sometimes it has been taken down or being privated as well. I mean, it was taken down as well. In case this comic studio will be taken down once again, don't forget that the main website is going to be linked in the description below, and it was probably recommended for anybody as well. If you didn't absolutely try to search for Inanimate Comic Studio for this time as well, this is not for some sort of an old comic studio. This is the old version of some sort of a comic studio, like Rare that before, or not even being scammed as well. So we might gonna be talking for this for very soon as well, and I'll be talking to you mini lads and comic studio users all later, as I'm gonna be signing off as well.